And that's why I actually have a couple of questions that I made notes, took down, and this. But all I heard was zero accountability, just throwing the blame to other people, not taking ownership for what's happening in his marriage. You know, he's Nusha is a huge contradiction. How can you say your woman doesn't need money and doesn't need big gigs, and then in the same breath you having managed? I don't, but I need him back, man. So maybe he will, I don't know, in his way of thinking or speaking, he will come through and make this thing make sense, because I ends the sense. Whatever he's saying is not making sense. He's just being defensive, and we want him back, man. We want him back. He needs to come and account for certain things he said, and I also have a couple of questions, because we did receive some information regards to, that thing we spoke about the last time.
Still trying to get a hold of Eric.
Yes, I am. I'm actually, well, I'm waiting for either one of them to respond. But in the meantime, I'm sure we can rehash on what we've had and the things that the accusations from both parties and whatnot. And I feel like that's a mouthful. And obviously, it would be nice to like get, more info. And I feel like, well, Eric was removed from the space time and time again, and he's absolutely not pleased with that, especially to me, uyandinisa. So yeah, I'm trying to get him to really come on. And if you need a mic for now, please do request, and we can just go over what we've all had. And I'm sure we all have different opinions and things to say. So probably this would be a great chance to do that while we wait, if I'm going to be successful.
Okay, while we wait, what I'm gonna do is, I'm gonna go through your live tweets, guys, and read some of your comments, because just in case you guys don't request the mic, I wanna go through some of your comments and what you thought of the space. Okay, I'm just navigating quickly.
Musa, can you make
What?
Michael a co-host so that he can fix the hashtag?
Listen, I can't be a co-host, especially when he's recording. It's gonna kick me out. If it wasn't, then I'm able to. But Musa can fix it. Just separate the space, Paglandau, Berita, Divorces Nota, create a space parcel that the hashtag can show, Yo, when the space records, guys, it's full of it, hey? Okay, so here are some of your thoughts. Okay, people are saying, oh, what happened to the space? Okay, yeah, we are back, guys. Now go headache. Oh, Miss Hede says we need to hear Eric's story without interruption, which is what we are
Eric
trying to
is
do.
back. Yes.
Fantastic.
Hi,
Fantastic.
darling. Eric, are you there?
Ukhona ila delay xa usandongena as a speaker. Eric, we welcome you. Hi, can you hear us? Eric, are you there? Eric, can you hear us?
Hey guys. I don't know
Fantastic.
if you really
Hi.
can hear me. Can you please just put an emoji or something
Yes, we
if you
can.
can hear me? Because I'm not sure if I'm
Mamela, you sound like you are on a loudspeaker. Are you driving? Eric, can you bring the phone closer to your mouth? Eric, can you hear us? Guys, kwenza kantoni? Musa?
All right, just give him a chance. Just give him a
Okay.
chance.
Testing, testing. Hello. Can
Hi,
you hear
Eric.
me? Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you, but your audio is not good. There is a bit of background noise. So if you can avoid that, that would be nice. But welcome back. And
Hello.
yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Musa, I think Eric is driving and he has us on loudspeaker. That's why there's the background noise. He got cut off now.
I'll try and get him back on again.
Okay, guys, I'm gonna continue reading some of your tweets on today's topic. Who's Eric? Eric is the publicist who said that Mfundo one love. Eric is the publicist, the former publicist, Berita, which is Nota's wife. Okay. We are really doing our best to get Eric back, but I just hope he can stop the car and then we can hear him clearly because we are struggling. He has us on loudspeaker. Oh, I'm loving this tweet from Miss J Musa. She says it's him speaking smoothly when the fire is not in the space, but tatarizering when people confront him. Yeah, ne? I think we all know who that is. Okay, and then Tuli says, "Bring back Eric." Yes, Tuli, we are bringing him back in no time.
Hi
Thank you.
guys,
All right.
I think you
He
guys can
is
hear
back.
me
Hi,
now.
darling. Yeah, we can hear you. Firstly, I'm going to apologize. I would like to apologize for continuously getting removed from the space. And as I said to you via private messaging, that Nota only agreed to even do the space if he was co-host. So I kind of couldn't control that. But here we are, and I am so sorry. But we are here. We are here to listen, and yeah.
So I've just got off the phone with Berita and Afika. Afika being our sister. I sent you her handle via DM. Please make sure you do make her a speaker. Should I be too emotional to speak on anything because it's a lot. Anyway,
All right, I'll do that.
Berita is fine. She 100% tweeted everything that came out of there. We've advised her not to come online today, so you definitely won't find her. She took the decision to post this morning, and we respect it 100% and understand it. I do not want to get too involved regarding the marital stuff. And the reason why I am so knee deep in is that a few months ago, um, she wanted to leave her marriage, and she's my best friend, and I was chatting to her regarding things like leaving her marriage because of whatever they were going through. He later found her phone and it had our chats. Immediately after that, he's gone after my job, he's gone after my character, and he's just trying to spin the whole grand scheme of things of why he is got the intentions of doing what he's doing. Dingekho lapho, I just want to dispute a few things that he did say, which are all false. The fact that she's in a mental hospital is very false. Berita's not in a mental facility. She did leave her marital home in fear of her own safety. She's got him blocked everywhere and she's not trying to communicate with him. We've also tried to stay out of the matter, and because we are close friends, he does call closer to us so that he can access her, and we have not given him access to her, and that's why I'm in the center of everything. Um, I'm trying to think of what else he did say. Do you guys have any questions so that I can answer any misconceptions that Nota said earlier?
All right. He mentioned that obviously I think you're with Wana now, And the one thing that, one thing I asked was if he's saying you are basically behind this whole thing, and he also did ask that do you have access to Berita's logins and whatnot. And one thing I would like to find out as well, where is Berita at the moment?
Berita somewhere safe for safekeeping. I can't divulge her whereabouts. I will be joining her though later. Regarding the question that was asked, that is 100% not true. Berita and I just maintained a friendship relationship since 2022 July when we had lockdown. I heard Nota sharing a whole lot of nonsense about supporting his wife and whatnot. Not. She's an independent artist, and when COVID hit, we did take the decision to take time out because the primary income of an independent artist is usually live bookings. So when business did go under, I applied for jobs and I ended up with Warner. Had nothing to do with Nota. I would have probably not got the job had I been recommended by Nota. Him and I do not have any kind of friendship relationship other than the fact that I was like, I support them because I loved her so much and she was such a close friend to me.
Moza, your next question.
Well, I thought she was still speaking. Oh, well, we do have a new speaker, and this is Berita's sister, I gather. And I would like to welcome you, darling Afika. We are Pila Base.
Your next question.
Hi Musa, njani?
Ngiyaphila njani sithando sami?
Ngiyaphila sithandwa. Hey Musa, I was listening to Nota Jobethetha nje, and I think what got me so emotional is the fact that what he's saying, Jonga, uyaphosisa lo mfana, and ke ngoku I'm even getting more worried about him. Things that he is, and the interview when I got off the phone with Unota this morning, just this morning. So what he's saying is quite shocking to me, especially after the conversation that we had. And I had to end the call because he has a problem with listening and wanting to be listened to. Andinengxaki naleyo nto ke mna ke because I couldn't understand into yokubana how he wanted me to intervene, because after I saw my sister's post, I didn't understand into yokubana how can your sister do that to me, and you're supposed to into yokubana sithethe as your brother, as I'm being a brother-in-law and stuff like that. And I realized one thing into yokubana uNotha uyakwazi uyishika into ayitwiste ibe yengohlobo ayifuna ube ngalo. Ngoku uyisebenzisa le nto lanika etyhola uEric. uEric had nothing to do with those posts, and he knows because we spoke about it this morning. How can your sister write these things about me? And I asked him, into yokubana ezi zinto zibhalwe apha nguGugu uyayiqonda mos ubana a lot of them have happened and I knew of them because she's informed the family if kwenzeka into ethile siyathetha qho, and ezinye uyayazi into yobana ndiyazazi. But I don't know how it just becomes something so new to him into yokubana ezi zinto zibhalwa nguGugu ziyinyani and that he needs help, and which ke ngokwe-understanding yam mna uyatsho into yobana okay he's been seeking help and whatever, but ngoku uzoyijika yonke le nto ngumakhumalo ngoku all of a sudden okwi-mental institution seeking help and whatever. No, she's not. She left him a long time ago. Uthetha ngento yokubana umtshato wam uyayazi naleyo into yokubana yinto okudala leyo iphelile. You understand? And ke ngoku I think eyona nto ebuhlungu that got me so emotional is the fact that ngoku udadewethu ingathi nguye ngoku lo ingathi unengxaki onida uncedo and all those things. And into etrigarishe uGugu uba aposte laa nto yilaa nto kaMihlali. uGugu is against i-GBV, is against umntu nje who's umntu onolantuka umntu ongumama. And ke ngoku xa enokwazi into yokubana athi uMihlali angambulala uyinja uyi-object on whatever, loo nto ithetha ntoni ngaye ngumfazi wakhe yena ezindoda, that is now saying all of a sudden he's working against abantu abalanika abahlukumeza abantu abangomama, and then aphinda athethe laa nto. Uyayitwista ngoku, ndimbukela apho ubhala after 20 minutes after sigqibothetha uyoposta othetha ngento yokubana mentally he's seeking help and all those things, and yonke lento ibhalwa ngu-Eric. Eric ubhale xa bekutheni loo nto leyo? Why would Eric even have ilantuka? Yes, he has access to ilantuka, ukulantuka kagugu. Maybe not anymore. Like for instance, nam ndine-access to ilantuka zikagugu. Ubhlokha kaFacebook kagugu, kaBerita had nothing to do with into yokubana ngoku uEric unakwazi into yokubana aposte and all those things. No. And uGugu uzenza ngokwakhe ezazi into, and he knows. Qha ngokwemcaphukiswayo yinto yokubana yena akakwazi umfumana uGugu firstly, and leyo ingamabomi. And kuyo yonke loo nto leyo ngoku uzoyitwista ingathi nguGugu lo unida uncedo. Ayikho le nto ayithethayo, and iyadi ke yandicaphukisa futhi.
Babes, may I please ask a question? According to you, would you say Nota is or was abusing Gugu, as you call her?
Ukuphendula leyo into ke ne andinokwazi uyiphendula ngolu hlobo lento yokubana ndithi yes, he was abusive or no. Do you understand? But I know that there are certain things that I felt into yokubana le is a bit abusive ngokokuva kwam izinto ezenzekayo. Do you understand? And ngokuva kwam kweli cala likaGugu. Xa uNota into ithethwa ufumanisa into yokubana yena uzayishukakhotha okanye uzayibeka ngohlobo lento yokubana ingathi it's not abuse, it's not kwathintini. You understand? Ayibekele ngohlobo lokubana ufuna understandiwe into yokubana it was just me reacting ngohlobo oluthile, and I had all the rights to ukubana ndireact ngohlobo oluthile. Sesikoposta apha kuTwitter, and I'm sure abantu bamlandelayo bayayazi kuthethwa ngento ye-casserole apha ecaphukile and all those things. So those small things zizinto ezincinci ne, and ove ufilishe into yokubana isuka, you know what, ayibalekanga le into encinci whatever, but it starts from the smallest things. And the sister yam feeling unsafe nam ngondisemonti ebegodukile ebuyile ngoku, and I felt and I saw that ngoku she's living in fear, because xa ekwazi uthetha le nto ayithethileyo nabani na in the world atsho nje into yokubana umntu angambulala, and ebe uGugu she's going through with this thing with umyeni wakhe, soze ngoyiki mos. Nawo noyika xa umuntu onokubana benesibindi so into yokubana enze ii-remarks ezingolo hlobo. So naleyo nje on its own, that's very abusive nje. And ke ngoku uzithetha ngokwakhe izinto, like laa nto ithi uzenza ngokwakhe, akatyholwa ngolu hlobo ndibona ngakhona. And ke ngoku yona nto endincithayo kuyo yonke le nto, instead of athi le nto ufuna uresolve ufuna uthetha ngolwaa hlobo besithethe ngakhona, he goes on social media ayotshintsha izinto, ayotwista izinto, enza isisa yam ingathi ngumntu onqwabuzayo. Aya.
All right, babes. Kumalo said there's things that came to his light, and I would like for him to sort of like bring us up to speed with that, so that maybe if there's things that we need to address, we can get to them.
Sorry, Musa, I didn't get that.
Okay, no, what Musa was saying is that while we were having this space earlier, our hashtag Talk of the Morning space, people actually came to us, and now it also makes a lot of sense why Nota is always running to social media, because apparently he's part of a big clique of people with a huge followage on social media, where they share tweets, and he even pays them. There was I was alerted that he allegedly paid some people, I think, 10,000 rand to say certain things and agree with what he's saying on Twitter. So it all of with what you just said, it all just starts to make sense that this person is actually a very sick character. I'm not afraid of him. I'm gonna say it. He is a sick character for going to the extent that he does and lying about certain things that I'm so grateful that you came at the time that you came. Because if you were a year earlier, he was not going to mention the fact that Usiswako is in a mental institution and lie about all of that. Because what I've seen, and this is a pattern, by the way, with most of these people, is that they throw mental health into the mix when they want us to sympathize with them. And I'm very grateful that you actually came through and clarified that your sister's not in a mental institution, she's safe. And I hope that you guys keep her safe, because Nota with what he says, with what he said about Umihlali, and with what he and the lies that he was spitting for the past two hours almost about your sister and about your family and what the whole dynamics. Please keep your sister safe. But what I wanted to say, actually, Musa, I wanted to ask him, how true is this? Because we have, as I said, I've had people come to me saying that, this guy was paying people 10K and certain people to, push certain narratives and say certain things and ridicule this whole situation that is unfolding now. So that is the information that we got. The allegations that he is paying people to ridicule this whole situation and make a mockery of the seriousness of this divorce or whatever's happening right now.
Michael.
Okay, hi. Ndifuna udirect question yam kuwe ne-Afika. Ekuthetheni kwakhe uNota uthe into yokubana uyayiva yonke le nto ibithethwe kwezaa tweets zikadadewenu, ne? Then yena akhange a-issue with any divorce papers. Would you like to clarify on that?
Akaka i-process yabo ye-divorce mos umntu xa kuthiwa uyahlukana uyadivorce, it's a process. So ngoku uma ngendaba yento yokubana yena kha afumane divorce papers, he knows very well into yokubana that's what my sister is planning. And after a meeting family, kwathethwa efamilini, that was what was decided upon, and especially coming from uGugu. uGugu had made a decision about that, and uyayazi futhi loo nto leyo. So ndiyothuka ngoku azaba ngumntu ozawuacta surprised. Otherwise into yamaphepha, if uyenza yena, if idivorce kuye into yokubana kusayinwe phantsi kugqitywe and then emva koko it's fine, angaqhubeka ngolo hlobo. And ndiyamva apha uthethe ngathi yonke into ihamba kakuhle between yena nonkosikazi wakhe, uma ngento yokubana akakho mntu akanidi support from anyone, uEric uyamyuza and all those things. That's crap. Ayikho loo nto leyo. And he knows. Khandi into endithusayo indlela le umntu athethe, man guys, akathintitha nothintitha libe ngathi mhlawumbi nyhani ke uyabonakala uba uyaphosisa. Athethe, I can just imagine nobana with a straight face athethe into engathi into yinyani. So into yedivorce, and ke ngoku guys, I'm not saying ubana ndingena phakathi kwento yesister yam between yena nomyeni wakhe, no, but ke ngoku into ebuhlungu yinto yokubana azoxoka and ke ngoku involve kwanathi kwafamily. Utata khange atsho umkhumalo into yokubana uzawusota out le nto into uzayilungisa. Ugqiba otsho ngoku apha before le nilaa nto into yokubana no, ufather-in-law wam khange aqalise tu into yokubana abe esithi loo nto leyo uzayisota out ingathi yinto le azayilungisa because kwenzeka into wrong or whatever. Because ke ekugqibeleni yonke laa nto ngoGugu phayana yinto esiyaziyo siyifamily yonke.
All right, thank you for that. We do have a new speaker. Sam has been wanting to be with us for a while. So, Sam, do you have anything to say? Or let's start with Eric. I feel like Eric wants to say something. Let's start with you, babes.
Yes, I also just wanted to clarify before I left the space. He kept saying we. I did say we were trying to protect you, and I just want to elaborate on that. That what that meant is we've all been aware of the situation, and it's been quite a while, and we were hoping we'd resolve it amicably, split up kakuhle, kube a process that doesn't have to come to people, and that's what I meant by saying we. I meant we could have blurted this out in January when it first started, but those weren't our intentions. Our intentions have been to be quiet throughout the whole time. But kube ngafuna ukulibiza igama lam, when he drags me, he'll say Warner Music Africa, and he knows why he does that. And uyazazi personal jabs emakazenze uNota. He plays the media game so well. He uses Kanye West as his icon and things like that, where he'll call artists and sebenza nazo, and he'll say the most homophobic stuff I've ever heard, all in aims enzele bazothi abakwazi ukusebenza nam, and he knows why he does that.
I am so sorry, babes, for that. And obviously, I'm not even going to put myself in the situation, but I could just generally say that we all know the effects of homophobia and the extent it can get to. With that being said, I'm going to move to Sam. Hi, Sam. Sam, are you there? Yo, okay. Ndlovukazi, babe, so I'm gonna come to you, and do you have anything to add or a question?
I don't have anything to add, but I mean to ask. I don't have a question, but I just wanted to say this is becoming hectic. You know, at first it was just about bullying, and now it's becoming more of a family situation that I think it needs to be, you know, a private situation. And I'm sorry that Usaswako Sisi is going through all of that, and I can imagine as a woman, like all the things that I'm sure she's been through, and not me wanting to be involved in any sense, but nje, ooh, ibuhlungu ibuhlungu shem. I don't want to lie. We can see right through it. Unotha, I don't know if he's aware of the damage that he has caused in terms of nje, social media alone. I don't think he's aware. And here he talks about um ukuthi he doesn't want people to talk about izinto zakhe, but yet ukhulume ngoCasper on the top of the morning space. We had a pin story where he was just a Moshu Casper from the beginning until the end, saying that all these things that are terrible. It's so sad that now umuntu wakhe, the ex-wife is now involved in this and part of this, for umuntu kuyena ovele wasukela waqala abantu on Twitter. I think the statement, as soon as he understands the statement he made about Umuhlali and apologizes to the public, ukuthi what I said regarding women and black women and Mihlali, I am sorry and I apologize. Athathe his private matter and his private life, I be private altogether. I think that would be fair and deal with his issues. And I liked what Cleo said. Sometimes as in izinto, like mental illness is deep, guys. I'm realizing now as I'm listening to the space, mental illness is deep, and I'm not pointing a finger with who's mental ill or not. I'm just saying this thing is deep, is way too deep, and being a narcissist is an issue sometimes in life. You know, it needs to be checked upon. So I hope that he recovers from whatever situation that are happening in his life, and he becomes a better human being.
Thank you so much for that, Sam. Yo, okay. Now we're going to move on.
Sorry, Musa. I just wanted to throw something at Eric. Eric, if you can hear me, I think when we had Unota on the space, he surely did not see you coming. You shook the table because now, as I'm going through the feed, people are saying that he deactivated his account. So I find that to be very telling. Why would he deactivate after ngokwenu ungenile and akhange akunike a chance about it? So now it raises questions as to how valid is Ndobe's data, because now kutwa he actually he deactivated, so it proves what you guys are saying is correct. Sam, usakhona? Hi, Musa, back to you, mchana.
Usam uzokwenza nje naila, because he's been requesting the mic from the beginning of the space.
Can I quickly come in and Musa ask you a question?
Yeah.
Musa, I just want to know. Remember yesterday when all of this started? You said that you usually go to Nota for like information and verification of of allegations and stories. After what has happened now, are you still gonna go back to him and communicate with him? You know.
Well, I didn't say I go to him for validation and verification. That is absolutely not true. I said he is someone I speak to, and he's been giving me certain advice about certain things. Well, he would offer the advice. Let me put it like that. He would offer the advice, give us an input, and also, as much as all of this is happening, I would also say he's had valid things to say. And well, when we speak on the private messaging in terms of monetizing the brand, in terms of whatnot, because that's a conversation we've had, most of which that's the thing I've been interested into monetizing the brand. And he would come in with advice, come in with, maybe you could consider doing this, why don't you do that, and whatnot. So that would be welcome, because to me, it sounded valid and it sounded like something I needed to hear at the time. Besides, all of it, obviously, I was not aware of what was happening, and not till we all found out this morning. But if he wants to talk, I will open the platform for him. My platform is open to anyone at this point, as much as we are all here having this conversation outside of him. And if he feels like he wants to talk, I'm sure I would afford him that chance. As far as my private messaging goes with him, he's definitely not blocked. And if he still wants to chit chat, I will chit chat as much as I chit chat with 200,000 hit me up all the time. So I don't see any problem with that. Obviously, giving advice doesn't mean it's something I gotta take. It's an opinion. It's up to me whether I say it valid or not. So yeah, that's my 2 cents when it comes to that. Moving right along with everything that has been said on the timeline by Ukugu. Well, I'm going to call it Berita because we know her as Berita, but I'm also trying to instill that her name is Gugu, of which it's information to me. I didn't know that. With everything that has transpired, and I want to ask you, Eric, as someone who's really close to Berita, are you guys going to be working on, like, rebranding and stuff like that? Eric, did you hear that?
Hi, please say that again.
Well, in short, I was asking with everything that has happened in terms of Berita's brand, because well, we haven't really seen her much on the light. I would assume because of what's been happening. What is your plan when it comes to getting her back on the music scene? Because that sis is talented.
Unfortunately, I don't work with her on a business capacity. When she does feel like she's ready to come back, because she'll need a lot of strength to perform and do live performances. When she does find her way back, she will probably release something. I'm aware she'll probably be traveling first because she has gigs that are not in South Africa.
All right. Thank you for that. I don't know if there's anyone who has a question, who is who's a listener, and I think this would be the time to do that. And we'll take a couple of questions. If there's no one who has any valid input, I'm sure we've heard what we had to hear. And yeah. Okay. It seems like we've come to an end of this session, but I would like to thank all of you guys for coming, especially you, Eric, and Berita's sister, and we truly appreciate, because hearing Nota was the one side of the story, as much as we couldn't hear what Berita had to say. But she's fortunate enough that you guys came here and clarified certain things, because obviously, if we have one narrative and it is being drilled in our heads by Nota saying that everything's fine, and saying Eric is responsible for all these things. And well, I'm glad that you came and clarified. Whoever, we're all adults here, so we can all draw our own conclusions. And Sol is coming at the end. So Lomzu, the space is almost over. But as I was saying, I'm personally grateful that you guys came and clarified and stood by Berita throughout that is happening. Michael, anything to say?
No, not at all, not at all. I feel like I'm grateful to the people that came on and gave us clarity. Shout outs to you as well, Afika, and shout outs to you, Eric, for shaking the table. That's all for now.
Right. Eric, you can send your goodbyes, and if you need to talk, my DMs are open. So yeah, but you can send your goodbyes for now, and the sister as well.
All right, guys, thank you so much. Bendicela wethu just a few last message nje. Ugogo is going through a lot right now. As much as into yokubana uTwitter ekwazi into yokubana kuthethwe nje into ezibuhlungu and all those things, but ndifuna uqinisekisa mina ndiqinisekile ndiyazi into yokubana yinyani le nto ndiyithethayo. Ugogo is not in a space apho ingathi mhlawumbi wenza izinto be ingazicingisisi kakuhle, and ngoku ifocus yakhe, she's going to be traveling to Europe, she's going to be touring enze shows zakhe. The only thing that she just needs is to love and support, and we're trying by all means to make sure that she is safe, because ke sinako ukoyika, and I'm sure you'd understand why. So bendicela nje into yokubana sizame ukubana simbonise support and care kuyo yonke le nto that she is going through. Thank you so much.
Thank you, and thank you. For everybody, we'll meet on Wednesday, I suppose at 7, when I'm interviewing, or when me and Michael are interviewing. In Nomoro Long, it's gonna go down. So I'm sure you guys you guys don't want to miss that. So I suppose if there's not anything else that I would have to discuss on Spaces, it would be my upcoming one, which will be on Wednesday at 7 with Inomoro Long. Thank you. Not it's going to be Ino or Dr. Maweni. I'm probably going to have them both, but Dr. Maweni has also expressed interest into coming. So yeah, I'm just going to keep that out in the air. So it's either Ino Morolong or Dr. Maweni. Thank you so much, guys.